Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Corey Lewis's, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Pentastar Alignment. In the last few episodes, we've been trying to build up some defenses, and we have set up Carida and Kuat in particular as some nice defensive planets for us. So today, what I am hoping to do is potentially move into the Imperial territory in the Hapes cluster, but really, if we could take Obroa-Skai and even start carving out some of this other northeastern territory, that would be pretty cool too. So let's resume and hopefully nothing bad happens when that happens. Right now, part of what Zinj is not part of the reason Zinj wouldn't be attacking is because they don't have enough that they're confident they can take planets in space and ground. The AI won't attack unless it's sure it can do that both. So it's really the ground units that are going to be holding them up currently. So we have a couple other units that are building up here. They took Scarl. Did they take that from the Empire or the New Republic? Let's see. We have another Praetor carrier being built there. Secutor just finished over on Jameis, so that's going to be clear. I'm going to drag that down to maybe Grant's fleet. Yeah. Mon Mothma has won the New Republic election. Shocking. They actually took Corellia. I think that was Imperial. I don't think that was Ariadu. But either way, if the New Republic is able to make a push in some of this core territory, like they have us on the one side, I'm not about to attack them. They have two pretty weak Maldrood planets on either side of them there. Duro is cut off from the rest of the Empire, so like the New Republic has a chance to push back out from this side, especially if we're putting a little bit of pressure on Ariadu as well. Like I wouldn't mind taking Commodore. Probably not Jindine, though it'd be pretty easy to defend for us. It's 6 ground slots and a level 5 station in space. So that's a pretty good one if we can get up to it. It's having Commodore, Kuat, Jindine, that'd be a pretty nice line for us. Because it all backs onto Kashyyyk. So we are at Jameis. Let's get ISD later and New Jersey queued up there. We haven't built any structures on quite yet. I want to hold on to the money. Or I want to get the ships started faster. Because really, I'm not going to get a huge benefit out of it as long as Kane's going to be there, and I'm leaving him there for a while. So maybe we'll cancel the second ISD and get Carida built up more, because it's not doing anything yet. I'll bring Kane in just long enough to queue up the next level. And because they shouldn't attack, hopefully, right away. Alright. We can at least get the goal in one then, and a trade station. Even if we're not going to be able to afford the goal in the other goal in yet. All right, once the Secutor's in, we're going to go in for Obroa-Skai.
Of course.
And move the ground forces over. If they decide to attack Kuat like this, like, good luck to them. We at least shouldn't lose Kane. Even with the raid fleet, he'd be able to survive long enough. So yeah, we should be hopefully able to take Obroa-Skai out to Contrim pretty easily, but the problem is just going to be if we leave the transitory miss under the Empire for too long, because they had some pretty big forces there when we looked last time. Like, if the Empire attacked, then I'd be more concerned about like an interdictor and a fleet that's able to take out Kane. But with With Ariadu, they're most likely going to be bringing in battle cruisers, which Kane is going to be much better at killing anyways. So let's see. Grant me the strength to drop in the Black Wolf and Hyperion. We don't have enough anti-fighter in this fleet. Raid, go away. He's a dentist. Nebin Clad. Thunder Road. Ghost and Night. Starry-Eyed. Independent Testers. Maybe I will retreat. Tarkin's Triangle. Yeah, that's one engine left. Because we don't know how big the fleet here actually is. I don't want to be here for the whole time, so we'll try to wipe out a bit of the fleet and then leave. Unless the engines go out on this guy. One in there. Let's go for this middle ISD first, and you are going to kill Nervy.
Your orders. Direct fire and laser cannons, sir.
I'm gonna try not to get Hyperion too close to anything.
Ready to receive orders.
Alright, you stop there. Right over here. Stop so that you're still getting supported by some of our frigates. And let's send Needs a Dentist up a little bit further. Because he is tier 5, but that's still a bonus. A bonus is a bonus. And let's switch to these guys now. Pop power to shields on. Some extra for us. And which one are you? You are Thunder Road. Move back a little bit. I'm gonna pop shields on all these guys. And try to keep the fighters clear on that. I don't know that they have much in reserve, actually. It might have just been because of the number of frigates. Alright. Let's do some Corvette hunting then. Alright, pull you back. You can actually pretty safely move up a little bit. Alright. I think we're juggling the aggro pretty well here. There's still a couple Tartans, which are going to be a problem for our fighters, but they're far enough over on this side that they're not getting as much out of them as they could. You lost your other engines. But I think we should be able to win this before we're losing out to the hypervelocity gun. Alright, not bad. You have an engine? Okay, your best bet is going to be if you can get out with the micro jump. Or a single unit retreat, not a micro jump. I don't know if the script will actually work on it. Okay, nice, it did. See if it respawns properly right now, but it was gonna die otherwise. It's nice having the patron units mostly set up like regular units. No, the interdictor has to be on for it to actually stop it. That'll stop the AI from wanting to retreat, but just the presence won't make it unable to retreat. Alright. There we go. Okay. We're gonna want Ghost Knight and Grant to start getting in that way. I'll start limping this ISD over and this Secutor as well. But I'm gonna try to keep Black Wolf a little bit farther back. You had Breadbox to build options. I haven't coded in the units requested this week or last week, I think, as well. There were a couple to still add, but we have a pretty full build bar as it is. So they should be in for next week. But I'm hoping we get a few more other units built first, too. Alright. Start getting into the Golans. And Hyperion should survive, I think, 2 more hypervelocity gunshots. Grant, you don't need to be up in front. Well, you can be for that. You don't need that much help for this. Saigon C is asking, how's the progress of the Vong units, or are the Vong more part of mod overall? Or the Vong were part of the mod overall? We haven't started working on the era, but Inertial has been doing several Vong units. So I think currently we have 4 or 5 Vong space units more or less done on the art side. And we have like all the style stuff set for them. But they are not being implemented yet. Alright, there we go. Grant, get in there a little bit closer. And even more closer. Yikes. Okay. One more and it's dead. That's a pretty even split on the hard points. Pretty symmetrical still. Restream is asking, will anyone get boarding shuttles in the next update? The Hapens are gonna launch with boarding.
If you insist.
We'll wait until the week's over and then go back in. Yeah, the Hapens are gonna have boarding. We still haven't finished the texture for their boarding shuttle. It's possible that might be one that gets pushed off to the next release and we just give them a placeholder one. But it shouldn't actually be too time-consuming to make. So it could be a thing that's finished for the next time. Or for 0.2. Alright, let's get back into Obroa-Skai. Then send them in. Alright, and now we'll want to use some of this money on Kuat. So let's start with the Golan 1 and the Dreadnought Shipyard. Because that's more... If we can actually get the Dreadnought Shipyard first, that's enough extra defenses to cover building up the rest of it. So that's what we're going to want to do. And I'm also going to get the Golan 1 on Ord Mantell. Get some extra defenses there. Alright. Well, come on. Damn it, weak drift. Because stuff's on a timer, it Can't always be perfectly synced. Sometimes functions lag out of sync over time. I'm not sure if I sent that in before the week actually changed over, but I don't think... I think it's out of sync by like half a tick right now.
Reinforcements en route.
Moving to coordinates. Destination set.
Capacity.
Ready.
What it'd be really nice is if there were a way to just get the actual transition of a week in Lua, but instead you have to do it as a multiple of 40 seconds. Twitch subs do get name ships, yes.
Squad, move out.
Aerial artillery reporting. Gargantuan ready.
Let's get up to this other LZ.
Receiving orders.
I can actually go over that.
Located the enemy.
At the ready.
You're a really good floaty boy.
Ready to receive orders. Attacking. Comlink active.
Having a heavy hover tank is really nice.
I read you. On the move. Squadron moving out. Reporting in. Received.
Form up.
Alright, and we'll send one of these guys down there.
Standing by.
I think this has to be one of my oldest maps still in the game. Pretty sure I made this map. I think I remember making this map.
I copy.
I assume I made this map.
Copy. Lancet proceeding. I copy. Command received. Reporting.
No!
How can I help?
Oh, damn it.
Attacking.
What I get for not paying attention.
Let's go.
Did all the infantry just get AoE'd to death? When... No, they didn't. Okay. They're coming in.
I'm at your disposal. Proceeding.
Get on over there.
Acknowledged.
Ooh, a nice ATTE.
How can I serve the Alliance?
Okay, now you destroy that so we can cover for the Nemesis.
Ready to go. Awaiting orders. All right, men. Take cover. Scouting. Moving to secondary position. Destination.
Keep on trucking up there. Now, can you please destroy that AA turret?
Reporting.
Alright. I may as well get this deployed here. Either Clam. Alright. Which faction uses the Punisher in point 3? In point 2? I forget offhand. I want to say PA does, but I'm not 100% sure.
Aerial artillery reporting.
So I don't want to lie.
Right away. Heading for attack position.
Because it's a heavy bomber. It's in like hero. It's essentially treated as a hero. So it's in very rare positions. Okay, yeah, there you go. Listen to Nolan on that.
Unit destroyed.
Okay, destroy that. Thank you.
I'm here. Heading to destination. Ready for orders.
Ah, no, turn around, turn around. God damn.
For the Alliance.
Awaiting your orders.
Rip.
Walker moving out.
I didn't think they'd go for the triple AA turret, but they did.
As you wish, General. Providing backup.
Which I should have known from the bombers dying. step on some of them. There we go. I don't get to keep you anyways. No bombs for you. Alright, that was not ideal. Not ideal. Luckily, we have all this stuff in the area. Well, how much infantry do we have left? One squad.
Recruitment canceled.
Yeah, let's just...
Enlisting soldiers.
Whole planet ended up costing more than I wanted it to. Okay, I feel like we want foreign... We're over here now.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, hi. Zinj, you can't have this. This is mine, and that's a VSD and a Nightcaller. I got here first, buddy. Missed your chance.
There they are. Blast them.
Because I left the planet undefended, like with no space forces for that brief period.
Thrawn reporting. Admiral Thrawn reporting.
This will also mean that Commodore... No, not Commodore. Is it No, it's some other planet over to the side is going to be less defended.
Ready. Receiving orders.
Like, that's probably all their ground units from that planet that have been locked in there.
Waiting command.
They saw a way out, but,
Standing by.
yikes.
Ready for command, sir. Course set. Bomber squadron.
No, even with, like, a 6 ISD raid fleet,
You
I'm
have something to report.
probably fine here.
Weapons charged. All right.
Alright, Enforcers.
Copy. We're on the move.
I pick it to go after you.
I copy.
I'm ready.
TIE squadron.
And I think he's got, what, 2 planets outside of Dathomir and Salagas?
TIEs
Which, maybe one of them was Garros, which the Greater Maldrood just took. It's either them, it's either a planet that belonged to Zinj or to the CSA, so my money would be on Zinj.
reporting. Ready.
No, I don't think Zinj has Mandalore. I don't remember seeing it in the comments on the galactic level, and they would have built up a station so we would be able to see it on the map by now, if it was long enough ago.
Attack.
Oh, look at that.
Fire. Ready for command, sir.
We got the defense spawn. You can have the raid fleet.
Ready. Setting course. Power to shield falling out of formation. Losing power. Enemy target awaiting your command. TIE squadron awaiting orders. Open fire. Your orders. Right away. Your command, sir. Awaiting your command. Course plotted.
All right.
Yes, Commander.
Have a nice massacre of some transports.
Weapons ready. Active. Going for their lasers. Copy.
All right, Mandalorians, time to die. You thought
Formation.
you could
Weapons ready.
just come out here and do whatever you wanted. Thought this was a Karen Travis novel.
Going after the stragglers.
This is Filoni country.
Those lasers.
I mean, they're still pretty OP there, but I didn't know who to really reference instead. Thought about Lucino.
Target the lasers. Ready for the kill. Direct fire on the enemies. You have no way close. Yes, sir.
This is like Stad, Canderous, and KOTOR 2 country, I guess. When he becomes a caricature of KOTOR 1 Canderous. Contrum. The one I always call Commonor, but isn't. I could have swore... Okay, yeah, so it was Garros that they had over here. I am gonna save, because we haven't done that so far in this episode. Even though we're half an hour in instead of 15 minutes in. Which means we have to go for another 20 minutes in the episode at least to make it not just end with waiting for a save and then doing, like, nothing for 3 minutes. The one thing I am worried about with Joint Command is that it's built off of this build, which started off with a lot of crashing in the early ground battles, especially. So hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Because last week we did unfortunately have to cancel Joint Command because the save wasn't working. It was built off of a newer version of the mod where I disabled some extra stuff, and apparently disabling that stuff made the saves not work for reasons that I don't entirely understand. So I had to go back and rebuild the Joint Command build, which I think I've explained on other streams already this week. But so that's a series I do on a different channel, on X2. But Zinch himself is still sitting on Dathomir. So Dathomir is actually getting some changes in probably point 2, where it's no longer going to be considered a level 4 shipyard planet. Instead, wherever Zinj builds his capital is treated as a level 4 shipyard. So it's Rancor base that counts as a shipyard rather than Dathomir itself. So if you put it on, if you end up getting forced off Dathomir or you build Rancor base somewhere else, that will be a level 4 shipyard for Zinj. Because it's always been kind of weird having Dathomir be a level 4 shipyard regardless of context. As it's more of a backwater world that Zinj built a base on than like something that actually has the infrastructure itself. If there's a revolt on Commonor, I'm gonna take that as a win too. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any of these finished constructing? I was gonna move you until we have another shipyard in the area. Do I want to though? Maybe not. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna move him down. You can go back into Grant's fleet. Well, not back, but you can replace Thunder Road. In Carida, the trade port won't be as useful yet, but once we have Transitory Mist, Chandrilla, and Borleus, that'll be even more credits from Carida. Try to build up like a New Republic protectorate in the core. And if this does revolt, like that's really good for us. Much as I don't necessarily want to hurt the Empire. All right. Do we spy on Contrum though? I think we might spy on Contrum. Because that'll be... Maybe if I spy on Cheruba, it'll go through, we'll get Vision of Space temporarily in Transitory Mists.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I think that's worth it for us. Once Rekorin gets here... That is corn, right? Okay, yes. Just buy 2 of those. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. And I'm going to send him to Carida. We'll use him to get the goal in 3 there as well.
Construction complete.
I don't know if we're going to build that Echo up. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's going to be a revolt on Commonor. Which,
Star Destroyer reporting in.
I mean, they'll probably take it back. But fine. I think they built... Ooh, Carida.
Course approved.
I knew you would say that. Construction complete.
Which side are they coming from? They've got to be coming from Borleus or the Mist if this is what's happening. Well, Grant's closer now. And I'm not building the Golem 3 yet, am I? No, just the trade port. So I'll cancel if they get here, but looks like we're getting there first.
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, I'll probably cancel it anyways, because it'll probably get rid of it with the cancellation. Or with the battle. We almost lost Record in there with the interdictor. Do I have a hypervelocity gun here? I don't think I do yet. I do.
Reinforcements en route.
Great. Well, I'm not killing your interdictor. I don't want to leave.
Reinforcements en route.
Get Eviscerator.
Reinforcements en route.
Yes, Commander.
This is just... Don't come after me. I'm not your enemy yet. I will be long-term, but go after the Ariado Authority. Don't kill the New Republic either.
Ready. Bombers proceeding.
Reinforcements en route.
I am not trying to kill you. I don't want to take your territory yet. I want to go... If I had it my way, if you would be a nice neighbor for me, I would just go around all through the Outer Rim, kill everyone else, and then you. You could join last. But
Squadron standing by.
if you want me to take the core, I will. I'll do it. Thank you, James Grant, for the gifted sub. The Whiskoism.
Bombers standing by.
Yeah, let's go on this side.
Your command, sir.
I copy. Attack that target. I already have a plan.
Roger that. Sir,
Speaking of Grant,
ready for action. Form up.
I have calculated the possibilities.
I've got him.
I know we took out some of your weapons, but did we take out your
I've got him.
nav computer as well? Like, where are you going?
Reporting in. Firing.
I am available. If you insist.
Bomber squadron reporting.
Awaiting orders.
Sir, copy. Direct fire at their
What
next
is your
attack.
analysis?
I've got him. I copy. Fire. Directing weapons at their lasers.
Alright, pull back.
IPV reporting.
I'm waiting.
Taking fire.
Available. I'm hit.
See if that hits both
We're being
at all.
targeted. Pursuing enemy forces.
We might have gotten a little bit of...
They're hitting us.
No. Okay.
Setting up my run.
Losing control. Reporting. I have it. Scopes are jammed. Excellent shot.
Bombs away.
Where are the others? Choose your position wisely.
Alright. Let's come in on this side. Over there.
Ready to receive
I
orders.
can't switch position.
Our target priority is the laser hands.
Gun them down.
Sir,
Don't let that bomber group get through. You come out here.
My expertise.
take out the iron cannons. Sir, the lasers are our target.
Medium octuple is still left.
All power
The power to shields.
Those laser banks are the primary target.
We are going to lose an enforcer off of that. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more micro for this now.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Directing weapons.
Get anything that is not an ion cannon off this guy.
Direct fire at their laser cannons.
That should be all the main turbo lasers on the right. On its right. Starboard.
The lasers are on lock. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Intercepting. The lasers are on target. I'm on them. Roger that.
Alright, Interdictor. I'm not locked in here with you.
Star Destroyer standing by. Our target priority
You're locked in here with Splenda.
Your orders. Directing weapons at their lasers. Directing fire at the engine.
Star Destroyer reporting in. Yes, Commander.
Thrawn reporting.
Thrawn reporting. Guys, it's Thrawn. You wanna come and fight some werewolves? I tried to watch the first episode of the Rugrats remake, and just kind of creepy. The animation's a little bit off-putting to me. Got some, like, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse vibes. Alright, let's see if we can hop on over to Charuba.
Transport cleared.
Oh, look! So we don't want to jump into that.
Building started.
We'll leave Grant here until that's
Firing main thrusters.
that's done. Go see Contrum. Mandalore still independent. We got 2 SSDs to worry about. And that's a decent space force and a decent ground force with a hypervelocity gun and 2 advanced factories. So don't want to invade that yet either when we're still struggling so much for on the ground. Sereno, we have this. Yeah. Do that. 2 of those and another one of those. Like, it'd be really nice to have Garros and Contrum. Away from Telos would be cool too. Get this back.
Construction.
Vehicle in production.
ATDP's there. At least there's not going to be a hypervelocity gun on this. The full 300 fleet. Could support Kane and then we could kill her. But then they do get Thrawn. Makes me know where she is. But she's only going to be a threat to us at this point. Like, there's nothing she's doing to help anything but Thrawn. Like, it's safer than going after Dathomir, for sure. But it's still risky. Alright, I'm actually going to pull that over. And I kind of want to take Otro out of here. Alright, Ariadu's making its way up the side of the Outer Rim as well. They've got everything down here. Which, I mean, frankly, the Galactic South, not the most planets compared to the North, but still more than nothing.
Right
Oh.
away.
You'll get more out of being over here.
That will do.
They're not guaranteed unrest per week there. It's only level 3 in influence. They have a pretty good chance for it. Aruba... They don't actually have a hypervelocity gun there. So if we can punch through the other transitory miss into Charuba, could work out pretty well, I think. That is essentially free real estate. All right. Well, I think that's actually going to do it for our first episode here for the day. We're going to do 1 or 2 more. So for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. For those watching on Twitch, stick around, and there will be more in a minute.